Bahashim. Bahashim. Kun. All praise power of Slop. All praises be to the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob, for truly his mercy endure forever. Most High, please forgive us of our sins that we committed knowingly or unknowingly. Please forgive all Yasharallah that face Yerushalayim, call on thy high holy name. Please send your righteous angels down upon us and feed us the wisdom and knowledge and understanding as we dive into the scriptures and feed the people with your wisdom. Most High, please send down the healing angels that they may cover Yasharallah, the repentant and the unrepentant, that they may be healed. And for the unrepentant, that they give them the understanding that they should come back to keeping the law, statutes, commandments, that we may get out of this captivity. I thought. Please receive our prayer and our supplication as we read the Lord's Prayer in Elisha 1 Kodash. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Haya. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwafka. Taba'a. Ratazaka. Haya. Aisha. Baharataza. Kaiwa. Haya. Bashamayim. Nathanawa. Lahom. Kayawam. Wasalaknawa. Kawafinawa. Kasalaknawa. Kawafinawa. Wala'a. Tabyanawa. Badasai 1. Abo. Ashainawa. Marai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wala'ala. Walataiporaf. Hai Balamyan. Bahashim. Hamashiach. Yahawashai. The water. Demyad. Amen.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Come.
After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Bahashim Mashak Haushai, the water Tamyad. Amen.
Psalm, be seated. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All praises be to the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. Come on. You ain't going, oh. All praises be to the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. The waterfall, those logged in for another Wednesday wisdom class as we dive into the Sirach, going over the understanding and the wisdom of Sirach. Just a quick announcements. As always, as you know I'm going to do, we need y'all to try to tune in to the other classes as well. The Tuesday class dealing with Chief Minister Shalimar, Captain Amawan, as they dive into the scriptures on Flex FM and bringing out that wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Also try to dive in, catch the Friday class with the Elder Lapalau or the Captain Monatazak as they go over the history of Yasharallah, diving into the other books and getting the understanding of what Yasharallah went through as they was, after they entered the kingdom, they had it, but then they failed and started going off. We need to understand that history and all the different captivities we went into. As always, check out the Shabbat service here at the school, the headquarters of Light of Zion. Check out the Treasure Coast, their tour portion if possible, or throughout the week. Lee County, check out their camp videos and they tour portion as they dive into the scriptures. Miami-Dade, new location that we opened up down in Dade County, in Kendall, Homestead area. Check out the new school in Georgia as they go over their tour portion as well. And Highland County, check out them as they go over to be out there in the streets, bringing out that knowledge and understanding with their camp videos. That's all the schools? I missed anybody?
Treasure Coast.
Yeah, I said Treasure Coast. That was the first one I said. November 28th, dedication of Hanukkah is coming up. So come be with the Light of Zion as we dive into the scriptures and have a righteous time for the Feast of Dedication in November 28th. November 28th, Feast of Dedication. I forget the address off the top of my head, but we might flash that up sometime during the class or put it in the comment board so you can see when that is and see the location and everything. I don't know if we charging at the door or we got Eventbrite or something. How much? $20 per head and $50 for the family. That's the cost to come to our Feast of Dedication. $20 per head or $50 for a family. $50 for a family, $20 per head. November 28th. And they should be finding the address for you to put up on put the address up on the screen or even in the comment board that you guys may attend and have a righteous time with us as we deal again. Feast of Dedication. If you've never been to one, it's always nice to attend one of the feast days, one of the high holy days. So we about to dive into Sirach. Is there any more announcements I need to go over? None that I can think of right now. If it comes to me, we'll go ahead and hit it. But right now, we're going to open up, as always, with one of the most powerful scriptures that's in the Bible. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17. Let's bring it out.
Book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17.
Come.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adawan, Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to Yahweh and the Father by him.
So whatever you do in your words and deeds, you should be giving thanks in the name of a Mashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, and giving thanks to the power that's in heaven, which is our Abba, the Most High. So let's get started. We're going to start at Sirach chapter 7 and verse 18. I believe this is where we left off at. I'm not sure because the internet kept going in and out. I know it cut out. I think we did the praises up or sent the prayer up. I can't relect right now, but I'm starting at 7 and 18. I know I was in chapter 7. I know that for sure. But where I stopped at exactly, I can't catch it. But we're going to start at 18 anyway.
Come. In the Red Apocrypha, page 72.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm in the Wisdom of Solomon. I'm in the wrong book. Okay.
The book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 18. Change not a friend for any good by no means.
Say that again.
Change not a friend for any good by no means.
Mm-hmm.
Neither a faithful brother for the gold of Ophir.
So you shouldn't trade these things out. You shouldn't want gold over a friend. And I just saw something online, and it was a trip. Answer this question. What would you rather have? $30 million? Or, no, not even that. What would you rather have? $30 million? Or 30 million loyal friends?
Yep.
What would you choose?
Con, yeah, the friend. Con.
You feel me? I don't know if anybody else saw that. That was a trip to see that.
Con.
That boy said, I want the friends. Because I can ask each friend for $5. That means I got 150 million. Because they're loyal, they'll give it to me. Shoot, I'll open up a candy store.
Con.
Sell chocolate and tell them, hey, man, buy a piece of chocolate from me every day for $1. For a year. You know how much money that is?
Right.
That's $30 million a day. And then I'm also run for president. I got 30 million votes off top. You can't beat that, man. So you can't trade your friends out like that. Let me get Exodus 21 and 2 real quick. Oh, no, keep going. Sirach, keep going.
Verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Forego not a wise and good woman,
Mm-hmm.
for her grace is above gold.
Her what?
Her grace is above gold.
You got to understand her grace. Read 19 again.
Forego not a wise
A what?
A wise.
A what?
A wise
And what?
and good woman.
Not every woman is a wise and good woman. We got to understand that. R. Kelly got that song talking about, Proverbs 18 and 20 or 18 and 22, a wife is given and all that. Yes, but she got to be a wise and good woman. Scriptures all over let us know to a wicked woman is given a wicked man. So we got to understand, where do we fit that in this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, King.
Verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Whereas thy servant worketh truly, entreat him not evil.
Do what?
Entreat him not evil.
Don't treat your worker with evil, but what?
Nor the hireling that bestoweth himself wholly for thee.
Uh-huh.
Let thy soul love a good servant.
Let thy what?
Let thy soul love a good servant.
Uh-huh.
And defraud him not of liberty.
And don't defraud him of liberty. Believe it or not, this is in the law. Let's grab it in a couple of sections. Exodus 21 and 2. So we're dealing with a friend right now. We ain't going to defraud a friend. And as you see, a lot of scriptures are always going to lead us back to the Torah when you're starting to come out with this stuff. This is where we find our wisdom. This is our understanding before the nations. You got that for me, King?
Come.
Read
Book
that.
of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
If thou buy an Hebrew servant,
If thy what?
if thou buy an Hebrew servant,
So that means our brother can come work for us. He can be our servant, but what?
if thou buy an Hebrew servant,
Uh-huh.
6 years he shall serve,
Uh-huh.
and in the seventh he shall go out free for nothing.
He shall what?
He shall go out free for nothing.
You shall let this man go out for free for nothing. Keep going.
If he came in by himself,
Uh-huh.
he shall go out by himself.
Yep.
If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him.
Hey, you see that again? If he was married, then his wife shall go out with him. This is wisdom before the nations. This is how we should be treating each other. Go ahead.
Verse 4. If his master have given him a wife,
Now that means if he working for me and I bring a lady unto him and say, here you go, man. This will be a good wife for you. Keep going.
the wife, no, and she had borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself.
Uh-huh.
And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master.
He what?
I love my master.
Because he was getting treated good. Mind you, in order for him to say that, that means I literally gave him a wife. In order to give him a wife, you know I'm paying him good. I'm not treating him like I treat the other servants because he's my brother.
Come on.
If I'm CEO, guess what? He got a good high position where he pretty much ain't doing too much. We both might be on, as they say, out on the golf course, relaxing and letting everybody else do the work. So, nah, I love that. I love you, master. You cool peoples. Keep going.
I love my master,
Mm-hmm.
my wife, and my children free.
Uh-huh.
Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost. And his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever.
Now, pause right there. Now, people get tripped up talking about it's an employment. And in order for him to even do that, guess what? My brother must have been waxing cold. He was poor because all of us should be doing good from the giddy up. Next one, Leviticus 25
Book of Leviticus, chapter 25,
and verse 39.
and verse 39. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxing poor,
Uh-oh. And this is why he would become a servant to begin with. Keep going.
and be sold unto thee,
Yep.
thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant.
You ain't going to compel him to serve as a bondservant. The other nations that we hire to be our servant, they're going to be looking at him like, man, must be the same way how we do at jobs today. Because I showed enough had a job, and I got that job, and that dude was like, and I was like, man, oh, we're going to put you at this position. I'm like, dang, I really don't want to do that. Is there room for growth, advancement? Oh, no, man, we don't have none of that. What? For real? 2 days later, they hired the son. He hired his son to come work for the company. Now, they had me working one position, gravy little spot. But as soon as they hired him, they pushed me, oh, no, you go work over there. And they put him in that spot. I'm like, well, damn. He must got a gravy. Who is this dude? What the hell? A month's time, he's in the office working. He ain't out in the warehouse sweating with the rest of us. He's in the office with a sweet job sitting behind a computer. And you won't believe what this cat did and said. He came out because it's the flooring industry. So this cat literally came out there and asked me, hey, man, what is a trowel? Thing you lay down and put the stuff on the floor. What is that? And I literally looked at him in his face like, really? Mm-hmm. You don't know what that is? Well, homeboy, you better go figure it out. You in office now. You management. You should know these things. I'm not about to give you that information because, and this is the other part. 3 weeks in before they really put him in office, one of the HR dudes came to him and was like, what do you do here? This dude in HR, you know why he was asking him that? Because the dude in HR get to see people pay rates. And I saw the paper in his hand. I didn't get to see how much he was making, but I saw the paper in his hand. How he was like, hey, man, what do you do here? And you know the answer he pretty much said was like, I don't know. HR dude looked at him like, wow, really? You don't know? I'm hearing the conversation as I'm walking by, and all I can do is go, wow. Yeah. Really? And you literally just told me a month ago there's no room for advancements. So you know what I had to do, right? I started putting resumes in at other companies. I'm not about to keep working here. Well, I can see it's going nowhere. This is a dead-end job for me. I'm not about to spend my life working for, and believe it or not, they work this place like a slave market. All the black people worked in the warehouse. The warehouse manager was white. And all the white people worked inside the office. No, but it's the thing. This is the crazy part. First time I ever got a warehouse job I was working for, because this company here was family owned. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But the first family owned company I worked for, flooring company, came straight from school, and I happened to get the gig. When I tell you they gave me a raise every month, the first 3 months I was there, treated me nice, treated me good. The dude bought me a car. The owner's father bought me a car. When he seen that, you catching the butt. How much you think it'll take for you to get a car? I just played with it now. $1,000. Okay, you'll give me $1,000, go get you a car. Wait, what, for real? This is back in the day. So you could get cars for this kind of money. But I found a car for $4. That $400 car lasted me 3 years. You feel me? I came back and told him, oh, I got it for $675. Because I'm thinking about my insurance and the registration and all that. I threw all that in the mix too. Thinking surely he ain't going to give me that money. Now he gave me the money, go get the car. When I showed up in the car, everybody was like, wow. Man, you need tires on that car. Gave me the rest of that money to go get tires. This is how I had to pay him back. I had to cut his lawn for $25 a pop. No, check it out. Cutting his lawn, I had to use an electric lawnmower. The lawn was about the size of a sidewalk. It wasn't that big. And he used to tell me to come cut it during business hours. I show up to go do it. Man, sit down, relax. Hey, honey, cook us some steaks. Here's the TV remote, relax, chill. I'm like, hey, man, I got to get to work. I got stuff to do. By this time, I done made it the warehouse manager. So I'm like, dude, I got to get back to work. I got to handle it. Man, forget that, man. Relax. You feel me? When I told you these people would just give me money on top of money, every month we had a bonus. We got a bonus every month. And the longer you've been there, bigger your bonus get. I loved that job. I loved that job, but the company started moving up north. I was about to try to follow along, but it was a beautiful job, man. So I figured, hey, man, is most family-owned businesses like this? Because, again, we deal in business here. A lot of the soldiers here at this school, we try to open up our own companies and stuff. So this is where I get the lawyer from, the one I be telling y'all about. The owner sat me down and told me, you see that on the wall, that business degree? It means nothing. I'm going to tell you how my daddy acquired this company. He won it in the poker game. You feel me? Yep. But this goes back to how They treat each other, and he gave the son the company. His family around him was waxing poor, so he hired the brother-in-law along. His sister married this dude. He wasn't doing well, so he hired him along. Another sister marries, hired him. His wife, brother wouldn't do it, so he hired him. So this is the aspect of where that scripture comes up. That's why I'm bringing out the story, because when your family around you waxing poor, you hire them along. Okay.
Can I get some precepts from that?
Okay. But see, that's the thing. You have to make sure you hire them, but to do what? But a lot of these people, because I know about MC Hammer, when they hired him, they back there shucking and jiving. They in the background dancing, because he had a lot of dancers on his team. Concerts was amazing. You feel me? He was on top of the world. But he should have took some of that, though, and invested it somewhere else, so he could have kept it going. Because to bring them along, and you can't pay them crazy amounts of money. Now, if I'm going to give you this crazy amount of money, what are you going to do with it?
Nothing, because I don't know how to use it.
This is exactly. But that's one of the things he should have did. Should have sat down. Hey, I got all this money. I'm going to help my people out. But at the end of the day, man, we got to come up with a game plan. I know y'all don't want to shuck and jive for the rest of y'all life. Right. I might run out of lyrics. They might not love me no more. Right. So we got to have us a backup plan. This is one of the things, that's why we have financial classes here as well. We don't promote those online, but become an officer here or a member that comes to the school, you also can attend one of the financial classes we have. We trying to get your credit up. As we say, put you on the budget plan. All these things, we understand what this captivity does to us, but we got to have all these things in place. Shalom. What you doing? Oh. But that's one of the things we got to try to put together. That's what we do here. What you got? Come on. Right. Bring them out.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 12.
Come.
Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. So you were talking about earlier, I mean, while we're young, while we have the energy, while we have the time, while our back and our joints aren't aching yet. We have to take on, we're going to be in these different roles, but utilize these roles as we are reading in Sirach. Sirach, whereas thy servant worketh truly, and treat him not evil. So as you're working, try and understand how this person got to this position. Try and get some of their wisdom so that when you start your own thing, now you can go into, okay, these are the steps. This is the game plan. I have the vision, so I'm not going to fail. Step 1, step 2, step 3.
Okay.
So keep that in mind as you're working. Don't just treat it as all right, well, I got to do it. Try and gain something from it. Try and learn something from it. Because eventually you're going to be in that situation to where people are going to rely on you. And I get another precept?
Okay.
It is Proverbs Chapter 13 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
A good man leaveth an inheritance.
What?
A good man leaveth an inheritance.
And you know what we like to do in our community? We don't leave an inheritance. As they say now, it's becoming more and more prominent now. Some people understand. Hold on. Some people understand that you can be rich or you can be wealthy. We need to be that wealth to where generation after generation don't have to work like that. And that's one of the things we got to start trying to pump out. It's going to take a minute to get there, but you can't get there without putting the work in. Keep going, Art.
A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children.
To his children's children. Your grandson's living off the money you got. Keep going. Is more on that?
God. And the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Nah, that's it.
What you got, Barzal? But we talking about a good inheritance, not a crazy inheritance. But one of the ways that we can break that cycle, life insurance. Life insurance. That's something that we all should have. And I ain't talking about no small amount either. I'm talking about a good portion. Hopefully they don't try to X you out to try to get that money. You don't let them know how much it is. Just know when you go, they're going to be left with a big smile. Tell them don't spend it all in one place. Especially, I'm gone. Give me a Hebrew funeral and then let that be that. Put me in the ground the same day. I was talking to my dad and he talking about, man, just dig a hole and put me in it. I don't care. I'm gone. You dealing with a shell now. I was like, come on, Pop. Really? But a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. Let's get back to Exodus. I meant Leviticus. We was at 20, 23, and 339 again. We at Leviticus 25 and 39.
Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 39.
Okay.
And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, be sold unto thee, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant, but as an hired servant, and as a sojourner. He shall be with thee, and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee. To the year of Jubilee.
Jubilee is where we let everything go. Year of release. Keep going.
Verse 41. And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return.
Okay.
For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen.
We shouldn't be sold as bondmen. So we're not in the position to keep working for our brother like that. Like I said, like the other scripture told us in Exodus, if he do, Master, I don't want to leave. That means he understand that he had it good there, and he can have a position there as well. Keep going.
Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shalt fear thy power.
Con, that's it. You shouldn't rule over your brother with rigor. How you treat your other servants from the other nations, don't treat them like that. Deuteronomy 15 and 12.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, and verse 12. And if thy brother, in Hebrew man, or in Hebrew woman, be sold unto thee, and serve thee 6 years, then in the 7th year thou shalt let him go free from thee. And when thou sendest him out free from thee, thou shalt not let him go away empty.
Don't let him go away empty-handed. That's where they get that servant's pay from. When somebody let that person go from the job, and that's one of the things they did for me at that job I was telling y'all about. They gave me a servant's package. They damn near forced me to retire at the age of 23. I was like, wow, all this money? What am I going to do with all this money? Dumb stuff. Did dumb stuff. Keep going.
Verse 14. Thou shalt furnish him liberally out of thy flock, and out of thy floor, and out of thy winepress. Of that wherewith the Most High thy power hath blessed thee, thou shalt give unto him.
Yep.
And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in the land of Egypt, and the Most High thy power redeemed thee. Therefore I command thee this thing today.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So, and that's one of the things, that's why I was brought that out, because of Sirach. Let's dive back into the Sirach. Read 21 for me again.
Sirach chapter 7 and verse 21.
Okay.
Let thy soul love a good servant, and defraud him not of liberty.
And that's why I brought out the law on that. We can't defraud our brother of that liberty. Keep going.
Hast thou children?
Cattle.
Verse 22. Hast thou cattle? Have an eye to them, and if they be for thy profit, keep them with thee. Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth.
Bow down their neck from their youth. When they're young, bow their neck down. That don't mean you take them and you hurt them, but let them understand that you're the man of the house. You're their power. You go through the Most High, they have to come through you. The example of how the Most High is going to treat them is the same example how the Most High treats you. So we gotta teach our children from the youth on up. We gotta bow their heads down. They gotta understand what power lies in. Because I'm gonna try to do a class. It's a lot of classes I want to do, but it's something that we gonna have to get together and try to touch on quick. All that stuff that happened at the Travis Scott, that craziness that just happened. I was talking to one of the brothers. He put me on. I'm like, wait, what done happened? Because I've been hearing his name in the news, but I ain't pay attention why his name is in the news. This dude was doing some satanic stuff at his concert. Yep. People dying out there. Oh, yeah. Kids. They out there trying to rush to go see Travis Scott. For what? You out there rushing to go see this man. Now, we just brought out Hammer. You feel me? Concerts and all this stuff. Right. Is it wrong to go to a concert? Depending on what kind of concert. Depending on who you out to go see. 50,000 screaming maniacs? Yep. Everybody got their phone out. I want to go to a comedy club, you feel me? But is they going to stampede me at the comedy club? We need to find out what day was this song. It was a Friday night? Because it went from the day to the night. No, it went from the day because I'm looking at it. It's nighttime. It don't went to the nighttime. That thing looks like how we went to teach at Rolling Loud. It started during the daytime. And what did it go into? The night. They was out there on the Shabbat, dressed all kind of funky ways. It happened during his set. You didn't say, hey, stop. The one little clip I saw a couple clips. One of the clips, the ambulance is coming through. He was like, why the ambulance there? Right. Hey, guys, make room. He didn't say that. Yep. That boy said, throw your middle finger up in the air.
Right. Yep. There's even, to your point, there's even area or times where people ran on the stage. Stop the show, stop the show. Kept continuing on, dancing and singing. The security was trying to stop the people to get on stage. There was all kind of stuff going on.
This is what I'm saying. Now, as a person, that's like you said, he already in that demonic form right now. So you ain't gonna see clearly what's going on. But that's the craziness behind it. People, this what mom telling me. People, this dude walking around and just hitting people, passing out. That's wild. So this is one of the things you got to worry about going to these concerts. You feel me? Mm-hmm. In these concerts, anything can pop off. People bumping into each other. Right. They're not going to let us know. You want to see the signs that say, hey, she's missing. Hey, he's missing. This morning I was listening to one of my brothers that was doing a show on the class on it. And the boy I was listening to, this guy said, I see at least 10 people was dying. And the paramedic was just trying to CPR them to pass on to the next person. And it was like at least 10 bodies laying down, country was dying. But they give you a number 8. Hey, man, again, I'm going to try to put together something, but it ain't going to be a live class. That's going to be something we sit down, record, and clip it out. And, hey, man, because that's some wild stuff to see. That's some wild, tripped out stuff. Let's dive back in.
The book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them.
Mm-hmm.
Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. Marry thy daughter.
Do what?
Marry thy daughter.
Marry thy daughter. That don't mean you go have lay with her. You marrying her to show her, hey, this is how a man should treat you. Because I'm going to be up worrying about the flower that you about to try to pass Anybody deal with you, they got to come through me first. You let them try to instill this in them. Let them know daddy is daddy. And my daddy don't approve, homeboy. You can't deal with me. But in our communities, guess what's lacking in the home? That father figure. Keep going, King.
And so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding.
Do what?
Give her to a man of understanding.
Give her to a man that's keeping the commandments. A man of understanding. Keep going.
Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not.
Do what?
Forsake her not.
She got to be after your mind, though. The same mind you have, she got to be ready to be on board with you. Ottawa, what you think we should do about this? Peep things. Speech is everything.
Yep.
You know what? I got to go do this. Me and this. Wait a minute. Where you get these I's and me's from? What happened to we and us?
True.
You got to think about that's how I know where your mind is really at. You about you. Signs to look for. Let's keep reading.
Come on. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. Honor thy father with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Remember that thou wast begotten of them, and how canst thou recompense them the things that that they have done for thee?
Hold on. Read 27 again for me.
Come. Honor thy father with thy whole heart.
Read that part again.
Honor thy father with thy whole heart.
And
forget not the sorrows of thy mother.
And forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Honor thy father and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Your mother's going to be up worrying about you. The father too, but the father should be putting that raw hide to your backside, that belt. And your mother is going to be sorrowful, meaning when you out doing certain things, she's going to dang, she's worrying about you. Let's pull that real quick. Quick precept, as you already know. Exodus 20 and 12, back to the law.
Book of Exodus, chapter 20.
What you call this not working, Barzal? That's what you was over there talking about all for? Try to post it in the side.
Scroll up. In the middle, scroll up. Yeah. At the very top, in the middle, click on the plus. One to the right. Yep. Click on the plus and then text GDI. Click there. Add. So now, no, that's fine. You just have to add the source. Or add without the source. Yeah.
Let me see what brother talking about. Shalom, Yahweh. We can have Gentile slaves forever. Proverbs 12. The weight of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Khan. Jubilee year, 7th year. All right, Khan. You just repeating what I'm saying, or you getting there before I'm getting there? Because I wasn't looking up.
Yep. And then right, you scroll down one time. Yeah, right there. Then you add.
So I don't know if you getting there before I'm getting there or what. But we at Exodus 20, verse 12. Yahweh, let me know if you just throwing stuff or you repeating me. I don't understand because that thing there look. Pull it down to make sure it ain't too big. Yeah, there you go. You got to hit done.
Double click it.
We'll get it.
Close it up. Can't see it. You got to drag that down to your screen.
Don't worry about it now. Just put it in the what you call it for me. Put it on the side.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. You see the little green line over on the left? So you got to drag it up. Then that's the view counter. Yeah.
You heard me?
Arrow keys.
So stop. Just drop the scripture over there for me. Read that for me.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Yep.
That thy days may be long upon the land.
Go ahead, my bad.
Which the Most High thy power giveth thee.
That's one of the first promises in the scriptures right there. Read that again one more time for me.
Honor thy father and thy mother,
Uh-huh.
that thy days may be long upon the land.
That thy days may be long upon the land. Now, some people might trip up and say, oh, see, that's talking about the land of Jerusalem. You feel me? Because it say the land. What land? Is it talking about all the land? Is it talking about you have a long life? I'm going to let the people decide, because there's another scripture on that. I ain't going to grab it. I want them to search the scriptures now. Search the scriptures. Don't take my word for it. Let's get back to Sirach 7:29.
Come. Book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 29.
Uh-huh.
Fear the Most High with all thy soul.
Yep.
And reverence his priests.
Do what?
And reverence his priests.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
Love him that made thee with all thy strength, and forsake not his ministers.
Forsake not the what?
Forsake not his ministers.
We can't forsake them. Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 5. Don't forsake the ministers, the Levites, the priesthood, your servants. Now, when I say the servants, meaning the ministers. In Hebrew, the word minister only means servant, because he's the ultimate servant. He's serving the people, because that's where his time is dedicated to, the people. Read that for me.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 5.
Okay. This goes right along with 30, as you are. The people should know this one. Read that.
And thou shalt love the Most High thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
Pause right there. So they think Christ came with something new when he said that, but no, it was already there. This is stuff that should be in our minds. Love the Most High. How do you love the Most High? We shouldn't have to keep going over that. Loving the Most High is keeping his commandments through and through to the best of your ability. A righteous man fall 7 times, he get back up. Because in order to fall 7 times, guess what you had to do? Get back up. Back to Sirach. But we're going to come right back in Numbers. Read the next verse, and we're coming right back. Because we're dealing with the priesthood and the Levites.
Come. Verse 31. In Sirach chapter 7 and verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
Fear the Most High, and honor the priest.
Yep.
And give him his portion.
Give what?
Give him his portion.
Uh-huh.
As it is commanded thee.
Yep.
The first fruits, and the trespass offering, and the gift of the shoulders, and the sacrifice of sanctification, and the first fruits of the holy things.
Pause right there. Now let's grab that real quick in the Torah. What is he talking about? Now mind you, even though we don't have the priesthood no more, but you still have people that set up in those positions. Now when he says the first fruits, as we got one sister, she be sending us care packages. Because when that time come, we don't know what we're going to need. So she's helping the family out by building up the storehouse. We got another sister that's in North Carolina, and a brother for that matter. They both be sending care packages to Israelite families that's shooting bad. They be shooting the giving them packages, food, clothes, whatever that's in the package that they might need or what they done came across. As they are blessed, they try to bless others. Let's get that 18 and 5? 18 and 9. Numbers chapter 18 verse 9.
Book of Numbers,
Okay.
chapter 18 and verse
9.
Verse 9. This shall be thine of the most high, of the most holy things, reserved from the fire.
Yep.
Every oblation of theirs, every meat offering of theirs, and every sin offering of theirs, and every trespass offering of theirs, which they shall render unto me, shall be most holy for thee and for thy sons. In the most holy place shalt thou eat it. Every male shall eat it, and it shall be holy unto thee. And this is thine, the heave offering of their gift. With all the wave offerings of the children of Israel, I have given them unto thee,
Yep.
and to thy sons and to thy daughters with thee, but by a statute forever. Every one that is clean in thy house shall eat of it, all the best of the oil, and all the best of the wine, and the wheat, the first fruits of them which they shall offer unto the Most High. Them have I given thee.
So the Most High is getting the first fruits, but he's turning around and giving it to the Levites because they had no portion. Keep going.
Verse 12. All the best of the oil, and all the best of the wine, and of the wheat, the first fruits of them, which they shall offer unto the Most High, them have I given thee. Have I given thee. And whatsoever is first ripe in the land, which they shall bring unto the Most High, shall be thine. Every one that is clean in thine house shall eat of it. Everything devoted in Israel shall be thine. Everything that openeth the matrix in all flesh, which they bring unto the Most High, whether it be of men or beasts.
Whether it be of what?
Of men or beasts.
Pause right there for me. What was one of the men that was brought to the priest that deal with the children of Israel?
I'm not sure. One of the men that was brought to the priest.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh? No, of men. It was a story that's in the scriptures that talk about a man when he was born. In a sense, they took the baby and brought it right to the priest. You deal with him. Huh? It's in the first book of Samuel. That's one of the stories you'll come across if you read the book of Samuel. I think he was with I want to say Eli, but it wasn't Eli. He was with one of the people. I forget one of the prophets he was with, but that was one of the people that was brought there. Bayal hit it right on the head. That's how you got the answer? You looked up at the screen? Oh, the water Bayal, you pulled that out. Israel, don't forget to click that let them know. Don't forget to click that. Samson, he was another brother, because that's what another brother here said. He was brought because he was going to be a Nazarite from the womb. A Nazarite from the womb, but he was one of the judges for Israel as well. He was in the book of Judges, but he was one of the saviors of Israel because he took down some Philistines. But I just jumped off topic real quick. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, family. We're nothing. As they say, it costs nothing to click the like button. Hit the subscribe and hit that notification so you can always be notified when we go live. Back to Numbers.
Come. Book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 13. And whatsoever is first ripe in the land, which they shall bring unto the Most High, shall be thine.
Mm-hmm.
Every one that is clean in thine house shall eat of it. Everything devoted in Israel shall be thine. Everything that openeth the matrix and all flesh, which they bring unto the Most High, whether it be of men or beasts, shall be thine. Nevertheless, the firstborn of men shall thou surely redeem,
Mm-hmm.
and the firstling of unclean beasts shall thou redeem.
Pause right there. And that's one of the things. And if the Most High can bless me, boy. Now, most men should do this in Israel. If you have a son, after you done came to the truth and you understand what's going on, you had that first son, dedicate that son to the Most High. He should be the one that's, yes, I'm for the Most High. That should be one of the leaders of the children of Israel. And that's something that was supposed to be perpetual through our generations. So Israel never should have strayed off. Con, what you got? Again, you in the truth now. That's why I said, coming into this truth, we understand this now that, dang, I want to have another son so I can, Most High, he is yours. Do with him what you will. But I'm going to show him the law, statute, commandments. I'm going to bow his head early. Make sure I'm going to keep him in them scriptures. Make sure I'm going to feed him this knowledge. So he can be, your job is to be a leader for the people. You one of the great leaders in the nation. You got to get with the other firstborn men of Israel so y'all can handle this as a squad, as a team. One accord, one mind, and go teach the people. Because that would be a beautiful thing to have a second generation, then a fourth generation Israelite. Hopefully, we all can be in the kingdom, Most High willing. But hey, man, out of all the tribes, Judah got to get it together. Judah is off, mind blown, head sick. The head is sick. And it's hard for them to get right, boy. Exactly. But yet they go to school and never tell that white man that.
Mm-hmm.
This is, and I mind you, and they put all this stuff out here because you're going to get the same answers. It's just a man-made book. It's a white man book. It's contradictions in the Bible. All this wild stuff. Because every time they say it's a contradiction, I ask them, show me one. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a lot of them. Okay, since you got a lot to choose from, show me one.
Right.
And you know what they bring to me? Well, see, they doing this, and the Bible say you shouldn't do that. Okay, then that's why that's a contradiction in the Bible. You looking at the man rather than the Bible. You should have saw that. Like, hey, man, don't you know the Bible say you shouldn't do that? And he continued to, all right, I'm going to holler at you, homeboy. This is not the place I should be. That's the wildness. Hey, that's why it's hard to deal with that kind of stuff at work, because they'll say, hey, he's over here teaching this. He's over there teaching that. See, and it had to be the loud black woman to say something. And you would have kept on with her, she would have got louder and louder and louder. You probably finished talking about it, but she still want to keep going and going and going. Yeah, Energizer Bunny. Some of them women miles could be Energizer's Bunny.
Can I get a precept for you?
Okay.
Kind of going back to what we were talking about with teaching our sons, teaching our children, in having that first offering unto the Most High, and have your son dedicated to the Most High. This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Do what?
And be not conformed to this world.
Oh, you stole one of my precepts. Well, keep going.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Uh-huh.
So with that in mind, we're taught all throughout school. Let's say we're the first generation Israelite. We're taught all throughout school just to be a worker ant. Go throughout elementary, go throughout school, wake up at 7, end at 2 o'clock. Okay, continue to do that over and over and over. But if you're teaching, of course, if you're raising up a second generation, you're teaching your son and dedicating them unto the Most High. From the very beginning, they're thinking and understanding, okay, I'm meant to be a leader. I'm not just meant to just kind of sit back and let things happen. I'm supposed to be making the changes. I'm a part of a larger thing. So this is a whole different mindset that we have to adopt when we come into the truth. Come on, that's it.
Let's get back. Numbers 19:15.
Numbers. Is it 19? Book of Numbers.
Numbers 19:15.
Chapter 19 and verse
15.
And every open vessel which hath no covering bound upon it is unclean.
Uh-huh.
And whosoever toucheth one that is slain with a sword in the open fields, or a dead body, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days.
I think that's going into something else. Yeah. That's going into something else. Let's get back to Sirach.
Book of Sirach.
Chapter 7, verse 32.
And stretch thine hand unto the poor, that thy blessing may be perfected.
Do that again.
And stretch forth thine hand unto the poor, that thy blessing may be perfected. Verse 33. A gift hath grace in the sight of every man living, and for the dead detain it not.
Mm-hmm.
Fail not to be with them that weep, and mourn with them that mourn.
Yep.
Be
Fail
not.
not. that means when you see somebody going through it, you go through it with them. Keep going out.
Be not slow to visit the sick, for that shall make thee to be beloved. Whatsoever thou takest in hand, remember to the end, and thou shalt never do amiss.
Hold on. Read 35 for me one more time.
Verse 35. Be not slow to visit the sick.
Do what?
Be not slow to visit the sick.
So when you see somebody that's in turmoil and they're sick, they're in the hospital, don't be slow to go visit them. You should go visit them, especially if they family. Keep going.
And to that note, it's not always guaranteed. So you can be there, comfort them as well, as the scriptures mention. You can comfort them. You can be there. You're spending time with them. You're spending valuable time. People spend, millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars a week just to make it another day so that they can spend time with their family. You're given, you have the luxury to be able to drive back and forth to the hospital. You don't know if that's going to be their last hour, their last minute.
Exactly.
Use that time wisely.
Where were you when to look for us? So understand that, man. When you see somebody in that, not just family. Let me correct that because I said especially for family. Do that for the Akim and Aguafia. Your spiritual family as well. If you have, as they say, some coworkers that you cool with, and they down and out, go visit them. Now, it's a crazy time, especially now, because of COVID. So it's hard to even go visit people in the hospital because of COVID. Come here, let me take your temperature. Put your mask on. Do this, do that. Right. So a lot of people say, damn, I got to go through all that. I ain't going. That's the wild part, man. Yep. Let's go ahead and jump to verse 8, chapter 8.
The book of Sirach, chapter 8 and verse 1. Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands.
Do what?
Strive not with a mighty man.
Don't strive with a mighty man unless thou what?
Lest thou fall into his hands.
And he choke slam you, and that's it for you. You done daughter. Keep going.
Be not at variance with a rich man, lest he overweigh thee. For gold hath destroyed many, and perverted the hearts of kings.
And that's the money he's talking about. You try to strive with a rich man, he's saying can destroy you. How? Because he got long money, and you don't. Keep going.
Strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heat not wood upon his fire.
That mean that man can talk you into something, because his tongue is a wood of fire. Dang, he done spread all kind of stuff about you. That can help you if he's telling good stuff, and it can hurt you if he's telling bad stuff. He can lie on you at the same time. Keep going out.
Just not with a rude man, lest thy ancestors be disgraced. Reproach not a man that turneth from sin, but remember that we are all worthy of punishment.
That we are what?
All worthy of punishment.
Romans chapter 3 and verse 9. We all are worthy of that punishment. So don't bring up, oh, see, he did this, and oh, look at that there. Leave it be, man. Leave it be.
Book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 9.
Read 9 and 10 for me.
What then? Are we better than they? No, in no wise.
Because this is something Christians will do, something I have done when I didn't realize what the truth was. Oh, see, my sin ain't as bad as your sin. I ain't never killed nobody. I ain't out there stealing like you out there stealing. And I ain't selling drugs like you. Because you'll see somebody, and you know they track record. And you know your track record ain't not like, your track record is not like their track record. You know, damn, I done did these two things, but boy, you out here doing a whole bag of things. I ain't did none of that you did, so you can't tell me nothing about this and about that. Scripture tells us what? What 3 and 9 say?
What then? Are we better than they?
Are we better than they? Because you did 2 sins and he did 9 sins?
No, in no wise. For we have before proved both Jews and Gentiles.
We have both proved that the Jews, which is the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and the northern kingdom, because the southern kingdom was going off as well. But they thought they was better than the northern kingdom. They had them same people sitting up in the temples, as we was talking about, giving the first fruits of stuff. They ain't trying to give the first fruits. I'm going to show you this lame chicken. He got one leg and one wing. I'm going to give this to you. Use that for a heave offering. Or take this dove and use that for that. You see this lamb? Even though he walked crooked, it's okay. I'm going to use that for a sacrifice. La-ah. Keep going, King.
No, in no wise, for we have before proved both Jews and Gentiles that they are all under sin.
Yep.
As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one.
Read 23 for me, just to illustrate it again.
23.
Yeah, same chapter. Let's go over to 23.
The book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 23. For all have sinned and come, that one?
Have come short. Keep going.
Okay. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High.
Yep.
Being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Hamashiach Yahushai, whom the Most High has set forth to be a propitiation through faith in his blood, to declare his righteousness for the remission of sins that are past.
That's it. That's it on that. Go ahead. Finish it off. The sins that are past.
The remission of the sins that are past through the forbearance of the Most High.
That's it on that. Let's get back. Because the whole point, don't think your sin is less than anybody else's sin. We all have come short of the glory of the Most High. And it's only through the Most High that we are even able to see this truth. He gave us this understanding. 8 and 6 for me, King.
The book of Sirach, chapter 8 and verse 6. Dishonor not a man in his old age.
Do what?
Dishonor not a man in his old age.
You got to honor the gear, as they say, the hoary hairs. Keep going, King.
For even some of us wax old.
Yep.
Rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead.
Rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead, but what?
But remember that we die all.
Yep, and you better hope that when you come before that throne, that hey, only he knows, man. Keep going.
Verse 8. Despise not the discourse of the wise.
Do what?
Despise not the discourse of the wise.
But what?
But acquaint thyself with their proverbs, for of them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease.
How to serve great men with ease. Keep going.
Miss not the discourse of the elders.
Sit around the elders and just listen. And this is what we be trying to tell certain brothers. You don't have to say much. Just listen. You will seem like a wise man because you sitting there and you listening, you not saying nothing. Somebody else might walk up and see you in the midst of elders, be like, that dude wise right there. And all you's doing is doing what you do. For real? Really? That's all you got to do. A person that don't know what's going on will walk up and be like, dang, that's a group of wise men right there. You've been counted as one of the wise men. Huh? But that's the thing. A lot of our people hang around the old men, but you got to pick which old man to hang around. Because somebody might hang around an old pimp. And now you out here pimping. You might be hanging around an old hustler that say, man, you know what you got to do? You got to go out here and get that little boy, break it down. You do this and you swirl it up and, ooh, you done created a potion for somebody to smoke a drink. Huh? You soon come. That's a dark saying. Yeah. But some, like how you said it, some people might not even get it. No matter what you go through, soon come. Wait, what? What's soon coming? What? Huh? Wait, what? Yeah. But and that's the thing. A lot of old men have certain sayings that are wise. keep on living. Wait, what? That's it? Just keep on living?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see. I done told you this and done told you that. Just keep on living. You'll see what's going to happen. But, Mom, why would you? Yeah, I'm just saying. Let's go.
Verse 9. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers.
And they what?
They also learn of their fathers.
Mm-hmm.
And of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth.
Give answer as need require. You don't have to say again, that's your answer. That's your answer. Yeah. Colossians 4 and 6 real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, hold that there. We're going to get Colossians 4 and 6. Come right back.
The book of Colossians, chapter 4 and verse 6. Let your speech...
Wait. Go. Start at 5 for me.
The book of Colossians, chapter 4 and verse 5. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time.
Walk in wisdom towards those that are without. So, as Christ has always say, let your light so shine. That means the wisdom you have, they should be able to see that wisdom because they don't have any. When they hear you speak, they should hear wisdom coming out of your mouth. Keep going.
Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time.
Make sure your time around them ain't as long as you would like it to be. Okay, get in, get out. I gave you a little bit, then let's see if you change your life around. Keep going.
Can I touch on that real quick?
So
redeeming the time. So a lot of time, like when we think about in the past, we think about our time was wasted. Our time was spent doing nonsense. Now we're learning from the elders. We're seeing the examples that they've set. We're reading the scriptures. We're recuperating that time that we lost. So this is one way also to redeem the time. Get back some of our time. Get back some of what we wasted.
But it's hard to get it back though. Because we always like to say, boy, if I was younger again, the stuff I was do. Remember, we had that talk. We done already had that talk because there's brothers at different age groups. And that's what some of them, and I heard somebody say that. If you were my age, well, I saw it on one of the meme type things. He walked up to him, hey, man, if you had anything to do over, what would you do? This is something smart a young man should be asking old people. And when that old person come back, man, I would do this and do that. Okay, bet. I'm going to take that into consideration. Because you just talk to someone who wish they could have be in your shoes again. You take what he's telling you and you apply it. Especially if it's something good to use. Hey, man, keep going. Wait, Colossians 4 and 6.
Book of Colossians, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man.
And that's what they said, when you seeing what's going on, that's what Sirach and 8 was just talking about, how you should know how to answer something. Is more on that? Let me see. No, that's it. That's it on that. Back to Sirach.
Book of Sirach, chapter 8 and verse 10.
Kindle
not the coals of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire.
Don't kindle the coals of a sinner. When you kindle the coals of a sinner, what is going on? The sinner got coals. He's fire. You messing with him. You might turn. He's going to burn you. He will burn you. Keep going.
Verse 11. Rise not up in anger at the presence of an injurious person, lest he lie in wait to entrap thee in thy words.
Yep, he's sitting back waiting for what you're going to say and track you down. Keep going.
Lend not unto him that is mightier than thyself, for if thou lendest him, count it but loss.
Chunk it up, as I say, charge it to the game. He's mightier than you. How you going to get it back? In every aspect and in which every way, he should have knew what to do with his thing. Keep going, Art.
Be not surety above thy power, for if thou be surety, take care to pay it. Go not to law with a judge, for they will judge for him according to his honor.
Do not, wait, slow down. Go not to law with a judge. You dealing with somebody that know what's going on, and you think you can combat that, that person will confound you, and now you caught up. somebody else coming in on the aspect as well. Keep going.
For they will judge for him according to his honor. Travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee. For he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly.
Mm-hmm. You shall perish with him through his folly. Follow not a multitude to do evil.
Con.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him unto a solitary place.
Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him to a solitary place. For what?
For blood is nothing in his sight.
So that means he can kill you and kill everybody else. You done went with him somewhere knowing this dude crazy. Keep going, man.
And where there is no help, he will overthrow thee.
Where there's no help, he done took you to a dark place. He done lured you somewhere and you done thought it was all cool. We're friends. This is my buddy. Yep, keep going.
Consult not with a fool.
Do what?
Consult not with a fool.
Mm-hmm.
For he cannot keep counsel.
He cannot keep counsel. You consulted with him. You told him what to do. He ain't getting it right. He trying to tell you what to do, and now you a fool for listening to him. Keep going.
Do no secret thing before a stranger.
Yep.
For thou knowest not what he will bring forth.
You done did this thing with a stranger. He done saw you do something, and it's something secret to you. Now he can tell everybody about it.
Come on.
Wisdom, man. Keep going.
Open not thine heart to every man, lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn.
A shrewd turn. Yep. You don't open your mind. You don't put your heart on your sleeve, in a sense. And we're going to stop right there with that. We're going to stop right there with that. What time we got? Yeah, kind. Because I ain't about to dive into 9 yet. 9 is going into the wife of thy bosom, the woman. So we're gonna take a minute on that. We're gonna walk through that one real slow, like when it comes to our wives and our women. Cause oh boy. Cause as it said earlier in the scriptures, what it said about a woman, forego not a wise and good woman.
Mm-hmm. Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman.
Yep. Forsake her not, and give not yourself over to a light woman. Hey man, these things we gotta understand. And when it comes to this woman, which one you gonna get? Most High willing, you get a good one. You got it. But out of all of us, there's only probably 10 of them out there, so we got to choose wise. Let me stop. I should have said that. How we got? Anybody got any questions online? Any questions online? Yahweh, I know you got some. What's brewing in your mind? You always got something, because you was asking us the other day. Something I saw in the feed about how we keep our Sabbath days. Because I remember him asking that question. I think that was him asking that question anyway, I should say. Do we line our Sabbath day up with the new moon? Because we just celebrated the new moon. And do we count 7 days from there? And then, okay, this is our Sabbath day? We don't do that. We know other brothers that do that, but here at the Light of Zion, we do not do that. Reason being, it might come across 30 days within that period. So do we take them extra 2 days and throw them out the window and start all over again and count 7 and keep doing that? And as we know, the new moon was when? When was the new moon? The 4th. So last Thursday, the 4th, November 4th at evening. So let's count throughout this month. We want to count throughout this month. Huh? The strange apparel. I hope he ain't talking about the what you call it, 2 types. That strange apparel doctrine. I ain't know it was a doctrine. But you got some people who's not mind you. Me personally, when I go buy my clothes, I try to buy 100% everything. Because I do know about that. So I try to. But as you know, in this captivity, they would trick you up on how they make their clothes. They can say anything on the label.
That's true.
They can say anything they want. The same way when you go into the store and you buy that food and they tell you, oh, this is a real chicken. I'm just saying, man, how do I know that's a real chicken? That's why we got the brother that's across some seas right now about to bring us back some good chickens. Had a chicken farm starting to blew up. Eat some quail. Them brothers had cooked some jerk quail out there the other night. Dang, why I can't find my Zephaniah? He put Zephaniah out there, right? Not Zechariah. Ooh, where was Zephaniah at? It's so small.
From what I understand, this is more repairable rather than talking about the actual clothing.
Read it for me. I'm trying to get it.
Zephaniah, so we got Obadiah or Nahum, Habakkuk, and Zephaniah.
That's what I'm saying. It just Habakkuk. There you go. It always disappears for me. I had to go by slow. No, my paper's thin. My other Bible got thick paper, so I can really grab them and turn them without. Oh, I done ripped it.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Most High's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
Now, could that be talking about, what did he say? See, hey, I'm going to tell you this, brother. A long time, I did not wear Nikes because of the swoosh. This is when before I came into the truth, you feel me? And even in the truth, it was a long time before I bought Nikes because of the swoosh symbol. But everything is to some kind of God. They say Reebok is a Hebrew word, but I can't find the meaning. You feel me? I've been looking, but I understand it was a Hebrew word when I came across the word Reebok. So I was like, oh, I'm going to just rock some Reeboks from now on. Yeah. When you look at the Mason thing, if you deal with masonry and the people dealing in the Masons, if you ever saw the stuff online where they got the little cloth, what they have, you see the swoosh symbol on there, but it's upside down. The baseball, they got the pillars up there. The pillars out of, That's what I'm saying. That we live in a world full of, what's the word I want to use? Symblery. What's the word?
Symbolism.
Symbolism.
Iconography.
But because of that, am I not going to use a compass and a square no more? You feel me? If the Masons use the compass and a square to do their emblem, I can't use that no more if I want to draw a perfect circle. You see how far it goes? Yep. Somebody thought they were smooth. Ooh, I'm going to use the swoosh sign. Hey, believe it or not, you know what else got the swoosh sign on it? Newports. I used to like, man, what the hell is the swoosh sign doing on Newport? When I see people smoking them, I'm like, what? Dude, you ever ask yourself, why is this on there? Huh? What? Man, I never noticed that before. Victory for what, though?
For the company.
Yeah, victory for the tobacco company. You can bring it down. You can go back. Exactly. You ain't have to show it. Just bring it down.
I got a preset.
So the Sabbath is Thursday night to Friday night. We don't do that here. Our Sabbath day is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. It doesn't move. It stays right there. For us here at the Light of Zion, other people, other schools teach different. But believe it or not, we still break bread with them brothers. Why? Because we understand the unity is more important than doctrine. We can understand that because we go out and teach on the streets together. We just won't bring that topic up in the midst of our teaching. That's the wisdom we will rock with when we go out and even teach on those type of subjects. If we know this brother here got different doctrines on certain levels, go out teach with you, but we ain't going to touch on those.
he's talking about Joshua, where Achan, he basically stole the treasure from another nation and was put to death because of it.
Yeah, he
But
stole something.
He never. It didn't talk about him wearing or anything like that. He
With the silver?
stole it. He stole it and buried it.
He stole something, buried something, and he lied about it. Mm-hmm. Most High said, do this with this, do not take it. And you took it anyway. That don't got nothing to do with wearing something. We in captivity until we can find a brother that's making shoes. And there's a couple of brothers out there that make shoes with the Yasharallah flag on it. How about that there? But, Israel, we got to be swagged out. We got to make sure we match and color coordinate. We try to be fly out here, man. So that's where that's going with that. But what else that could be considered a pagan god that we... Hey, matter of fact, let's cut the internet off because the internet is pagan as well. Let's not use that. Because mind you, believe it or not, all you got to do is look at this show called The American Gods. Not just that guy named Wednesday. I'm talking about all the different deities they have on there. And one of the deities is the internet. Because people don't turn their phone into a god. Because when you see them, guess what they doing?
Yeah. As soon as they wake up, going on their phone. All throughout the day on the phone.
They'll be asleep.
Yeah. Right.
Boy, them boys on that TikTok keep going crazy. Let's put that away. Because mind you, anything can be turned into a god. The objective is, I don't put my shoes on no pedal. Now mind you, got some brothers that do that with them shoes. They put them on a pedestal. Check this out. I'm going to give you something, Yahweh. Peek this, Yahweh. In ancient times, when you walk into someone's house, what if they have the furniture facing? Nah. Believe it or not, when you walked in houses back in the day, ancient times, all the furniture faced towards the deity that they had on the center of the room. You hear me? You know where I'm going with this? Today, what's the word I want to use for today? Present time. Present time. What do we have our furniture facing when you walk into somebody's house? The what? So is the TV your God? Yeah. Even their bed faces the TV. The furniture faces the TV. Back in the day, your furniture, because they ain't had no TV entertainment like that, but you know what was the best thing to do? Have it face your God. So you sat down, you talked to that little figure. Hey Cupid, how you doing today? You seen the brothers that lick their new shoe box? Hey, dude, and that's wild. And the reason they do that to show you, like, look, these shoes never touch the ground. They're clean. Nigga, I ain't putting my tongue on the bottom of no damn shoe. It's a shoe. It's meant to be worn. But to say, man, I'm going to go spend me a stack for some Yeezys or something, nigga, you stupid. Nigga, that's a goddamn car note. You going to wear the soles out? I'm going to wear my tires out, buddy. How about that? I ain't doing that. And that's the crazy. These cats are online. Look, boy, these shoes are this. People are going out robbing each other for shoes. Shoes are the new drug game. Because people are making a guap out there on shoes. The girl get mad at you. She ain't cutting your stuff up. She going to sell your shoes to somebody for cheap. Yep. That's going to piss you. That's going to piss you off. Why did you just sell those $300 shoes for $40? Right. Because you're not paying attention to me. Yeah. Wow. And what are they? Jordans. And they only doing it from Jordans. You don't see nobody got no pair of Adidas. They Jordans.
It's crazy.
You feel me? That's wild. I already know you ain't have to show it. I know this. Huh? You didn't know about it. That's why you had to look it up. Can the people see it? They can? All right, take that craziness away. Okay, I don't need to see that's a shoe fetish. Get that off the screen. What the Most High said about having sex with other things other than your partner, you could be put to death for that. You licking your shoes, man. Come on, man, really? And you posing and taking pictures. What you called it? Inordinate affection. Say what? Come on, I should be able to see. What? I ain't want to see that. The chat, man. The chat. That's what I'm talking about. You over there just, now you done turned into a shoe fetish. Now you just looking at shoes all over the goddamn place.
There's more than one shoe? What?
That's what I'm saying. I want to get a pair. With that, we want to go out with Psalm 67, man. I should read the other one that you like to read so much. The other one, the 50. But we're gonna do 67. Amanya upon Yahakwadam, rise and face the east. Wait, what you got? Oh, you laughing at me? Okay, con. It's always great to see you come online. When you come into the Feast of Dedication, Yahweh, I need to see you at the Feast of Dedication. Come to a new moon. I know you're in Jayville. Shoot. How about this? It's going to be, we're going to have to try to fast for a good 3 to 4 weeks to come to Jacksonville. Because them boys in Jacksonville are up there killing each other like no other in Jacksonville, man. I forget the name of that little city that's up there in Jacksonville, but brothers here, huh? In Duval, yeah, Duval County. They on the west side, the south side, and the east side. Yeah, it's families. They ain't really going too tough on the north side because I was on the north side when I was in Duval. Yeah, I ain't going to give out where I stayed at. I can call out the high school I went to, though. You feel me? Yeah, I went to a high school up there in Duval County. I know the black school was called Rains. I ain't going to say no more, though. I ain't go to that school. I went to the other school that was out in the woods. They'll try to hang you out there. I'm going to see. I don't know, Howard, how long you been in Jacksonville? You been there a good while? We about to send a prayer up. Just let me know how long you been in Jacksonville and you know what school I'm talking about. Well, if you go to that school, they trying to hang you out there. You try to walk to the store, you're going to hear cars drive past you and say, nigger, nigger, what you doing out here, nigger? And knowing it's a high school down the street, we don't care, nigger. Better step foot back on that bus and go home, nigger. Among you upon your Hakwadum, rise and face the east. I'm just saying, man. Showing my age, believe it or not, that was the 90s. That wasn't even in no 50s and 60s. That was in the 90s. And they rode by on that cowboy with the flag on it. That Dukes has a car. And it's like, nigger. Little boy rode up on a bicycle. Nigger. Like, what the heck? I'm going to hit you, little white boy. Over 25 years, Rains was my school. See? All right, Rains was his school. Con. Now, what school was out in the woods? You had to catch 95 to get to that high school. Yeah. I'm going to see if he put it out there. There's only one school you really had to take 95 for, especially if you stayed on the north side. Just sitting this prayer up. Gotcha. So far? Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh is the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh is the power.
Bahashim.
Yahweh Shai.
Bahashim.
Yahweh Shai.
Kan. All praises be to the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob, for truly his mercy endure forever. All praises most high that we had a wonderful class, a great class. The wisdom came out according to your wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Please receive our prayer and our supplication as we read Psalms 67.
Read and repeat. Book of Psalms chapter 67. Yahweh be merciful unto us,
Yahweh be merciful unto us,
and bless us,
and bless us,
and cause his face
and cause his face
to shine upon us.
to shine upon us.
Salah.
Salah.
That thy way may be known
That thy way may be known
upon earth,
upon earth.
thy saving health
Thy saving health
among all nations.
among all nations.
Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh.
Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh.
Let all the people praise thee.
Let all the people praise thee.
O let the nations be glad
O let the nations be glad
and sing for joy.
and sing for joy.
For thou shalt judge the people righteously
For thou shalt judge the people righteously,
and govern the nations upon earth.
and govern the nations upon earth.
Salah.
Salah.
Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh.
Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh.
Let all the people praise thee.
Let all the people praise thee.
Then shall the earth
Then shall the earth
yield her increase,
yield her increase,
and Yahweh,
and Yahweh,
even our own power,
even our own power,
shall bless us.
shall bless us.
Yahweh shall bless us,
Yahweh shall bless us,
and all the ends of the earth shall fear him.
and all the ends of the earth shall fear him.
Bahashim,
Hashem,
Hamashiach,
Hamashiach,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
the water,
the water,
the Myad,
them Yad,
Amun.
Aman. Get the Most High hand. There you go. You hit it with the second one, that second one. Con, you ain't have to show me. I'm good. I could just keep the prayer up. Con, Yahweh, that's it though. That second one you put up. First Coast. Hey, when you from Jayville, you understand them stuff, man. There's only a couple schools. But yep, that's where I was at. That goddamn rich white school campus. That thing looked like a college campus when you went out there to it. But all praises again. All praise be to the Most High. The water, Yahweh, for logging on with us and coming and learning with us. The water. Everybody else that logged in, scroll up. Juan, you a new brother face I done saw that logged on. Richard, Shalom, soon I hope we can open up a New York school up there with you. Go back. Bayaf, Shalom, for you logging in, for logging in. Ivory Johnson Parker, Shalom, family, for logging in with us at Light of Zion. Scroll down. See who else. Oh, Adal Yasharala. Shalom. Samson. You gave a good answer as well. Khan. Cat Robinson. I almost missed that one. Shalom. Cat Robinson for logging in. And again, Juan, I hope you come back for more because you was asking questions too. I love that. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom, family. May the Most High bless y'all, keep y'all safe. Have the righteous angels encamped around y'all and keep